Bank of America Stadium and the Duke's Mayo Classic. This ought to be a fantastic showdown and just the flavor every college football fan can't wait for. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a team from the Big 12, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Peppers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So LSU's offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Running back goes in motion. On the option. The pitch. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. There was never a doubt about going for it there. If you don't go for it, you send the message to your team. You don't. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out, and they'll have the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Facing a third down and short from the 26. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll ride the hot hand. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Reinbold. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right there.
First down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Snap in the shotgun. That's caught. It's Everett. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught. Close to the marker. It's Myers. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. New set of downs after that completion. He wants to throw. Going to take a shot. And he reels it in inside the 30. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. You saw it on that last play coming with it.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He'll pitch it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays to get them behind.
Off he goes. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Day. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
Well, it's plays like that that will help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. The play action fake. Fires to the right. And they can't make the connection.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Running toward the tape. 10. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And they got him for the sack. If you had a DB on the bingo card for the first sack of the game, you win.
Man, I've been here before, Reese. Like, I can hear the trash talk right now. Like, wait a minute. I got to cover everybody in the back end, and I'm going to get sacks? Like, hey, defensive line, you want to get me some sacks? Or I guess I'll do it myself.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. LSU right back to the line. The option look. Quick toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Second down coming up. Goes to the option. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Field goal is good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside give. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down. Ready to fire from the pistol. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes, Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
Finds a man by himself. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback. Hey, the defense is going to let your big tight end be wide open like that. You will take that throw all day long, and they do for a big game.
Trying to pound their way in. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He'll do it himself. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! They'll try to add another to their lead.
Well, that's one the defense would like to have back. They would have wished the quarterback pitched that football, but instead, they took the wrong guy away and made it an easy decision for the QB.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Trying to get to him. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him this time. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. The Tigers get it past the sticks. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's looking to throw it. Shoots it to the left. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, it's really tough. It's tough to be a DB because you can't get there too early. You can't get there too late. He gets there perfect timing and gets the deflection.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several.
A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Wants to throw. It's Reinbold. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. He's going to pass. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Brooks. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Skips away from pressure. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Unleashes one deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to the counter play. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
What great execution by this offense. It looked like you were about to go into the half trailing. Now, with this answer, this scoring drive, you got the lead, you got the momentum, taking it into halftime. Nice job by this offense executing that last drive.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, on paper, we wondered what this matchup might look like. And through 2 quarters of ball in the Dukes-Mayo kickoff game, it's been an ideal way to tee up the new season. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those 1st downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. With that, I'll just say it's great to have football back. Let's send it back to the guys at the Dukes-Mayo kickoff game for the 2nd half.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the 1st half, and that's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this 2nd half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
Slammed ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Reinbold. Got his man quickly. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. The spin, still on his feet. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. LSU lining up 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. The defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 8. He'll ride his man on the option. Quarterback gets the first down and more. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
And RD, it's completely changed the game. Like, now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. The give to the lone running back. Good, solid tackle.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. The offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
It is good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fielded in the end zone, it's Peppers. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels, and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the... He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
A first down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass, it's Reinbold. Pressure coming. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the fifth sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
He unleashes a long one. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Throws to the tight end. Holds it in. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Got it in the middle. It's Brooks. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. Line getting set on second down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Makes the grab. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. NC State quick to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Uncorks it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Offense set on first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it on the counter. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, it's a great place to be for the offense. You've got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass, and the defense did a really good job playing the pass, and 4th down now, it's decision time for you.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit it.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unleashes it. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Reinbold. He makes the grab. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Snagged in the middle, it's Bender.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hump. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he could make the catch.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 3rd. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt cut. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive at this point.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They'll leave it with him. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. The trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of time those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people, and you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.